Okay, for stretching out your neck, this is kind of my favorite ways to get some movement in the neck, increase the range of motion, take away the tension in the upper chest and along the top of the shoulder blade here. So you want to kind of warm up a bit first. Don't push anything too far past. Always be careful when you're going in the behind position. So bringing your head and chin up. You want to be careful with that neck there. Listening to your body again. Don't push anything that feels like pain. If you feel a pinching, don't go past that pinching point. Okay, come out a little bit. So let's start with just bringing the chin to the chest. Just getting a nice stretch there. If you don't really feel any stretch, this is when you're going to bring your hands behind your head and gently kind of push your head forward. You should feel a nice stretch going up and down the spine and the muscles along the spine. Now you're going to just slowly kind of rock the head. So you want to feel kind of the head moving back and forth, and then you should feel it along those muscles along the spine. So kind of all along here. So pulling the head down and getting the chin kind of going to either side of the chest. Don't let your spine crunch down when you do this. You want to kind of keep your mid-back straight while you're bringing that head down. The straighter you keep the mid-back, the more you're going to feel that pull too, where you're wanting to feel it. Okay, so next stretch is you're going to bring the chin down into, looking into your armpit basically. And with both your hands down, you're going to take that, the same arm that you're looking into the armpit, around to the back of the head. And now keeping this arm and shoulder down, you're going to try to increase the chin going into the armpit. You should feel a nice stretch along here. Okay, so grabbing that head, pushing it down to this position. You can try turning the chin a little bit to see where you feel the most resistance, like where you feel the most tension. Go into that place. And again, keeping that back up, keeping the opposite arm down, bringing that chin down. Okay, so for the other side, looking into this armpit. Now my other arm is trying to touch the ground, go as far to the ground without doing this. Straight spine, arm down, slowly grabbing that head and pushing it into the armpit. Again, trying to see where you're feeling the most resistance and go into that space. Now for the neck, you don't need to hold it as long as the shoulders or other areas of the body. 15 seconds is probably enough, but again, listen to your body. If you're feeling fatigued, come out of it. You can always go back into that stretch after. For the sides of the neck, always the same thing, sitting straight up, bringing both hands to touch the ground, and already you should feel like a nice pull all the way down this arm. If you're not, make sure you're not doing this, okay? Shoulder needs to stay down. You need to feel that opposition. And again, you can kind of play with the chin. So bringing it down, bringing it up, it'll change where you're feeling it along the side of the neck. Nice and slow. You can turn the chin up and down. But again, listen to your body. Look for those spots that you feel the most resistance and just hang out there for 10-15 seconds going through this motion, okay? Same with the other side. Plopping that arm down, reaching to the ground, create that opposition. Now you can move the chin, move the head back and forth, try to see where you feel the most resistance and stay into that space for 10-15 seconds. Keep going, play around with that. Now to get the front of the neck, same thing, straight spine. You're going to take your hand where your clavicle is and you want to push that skin down. So as soon as you should feel already like a stretch coming up that way. Push the clavicle and the skin right below it. And now you're going to bring that neck, the chin towards the ceiling. So you should feel a nice stretch there. And again, same thing, kind of play with it. See where you feel the most resistance and hang out there. Keep that shoulder blade down. Don't let it pop up with you. Keep that skin down and get a nice stretch in your platysma muscle, the front of the neck, and all there. Okay, same with the other side. Straight spine, push that skin down. Now bring the chin up towards the ceiling in a little bit of the opposite direction. But same thing, play with it. Where do you feel the most resistance? Right there. So hang out there 10 seconds. If you're feeling a pinch in the back of the neck, make sure you're not dropping your head back. You really want to think more, the head's going through the ceiling. You want it to go through the ceiling, not crunching at the neck. You want to try to keep, even though we are going back with the head, you want to think of the neck and the spine elongating back to get those stretches. Okay, last, get some rotation in the neck. Just going back and forth, looking as far over your shoulder as you can without bringing that shoulder blade forward. Okay, that's how you stretch your neck.